Hello everyone. Today we are going to explore a topic that hits home for many of us, that is workaholism and the danger of defining ourselves by our careers. We've heard this a lot over the recent news. In a world where success is often measured by how much we work, it's easy to fall into a trap of overworking and losing sight of what truly matters. Now, this isn't just about working long hours, it's about an unhealthy obsession with work that can take over our lives and that will lead to burnout, strained relationships, and even serious health issues. So, in light of this, let's dive into this topic and learn how we can reclaim our lives, find balance, and hopefully rediscover what truly brings us joy and fulfillment in our lives, especially at the workplace and our career. So what truly is workaholism? Workaholism goes beyond putting in the extra hours at the office. It's like an obsessive need to stay constantly engaged with work, driven by a deep fear of failure and desire for validation through success at the workplace. So many of us, including me, when asked who we are, we immediately respond with our job title or career achievements or accomplishments at the workplace. So when our identity is so tightly bound to our work, it becomes very fragile and vulnerable for us to leave it. So therefore, the real impact of such obsessive workaholism isn't just about being busy. It's about the cost that we have in our personal life, that includes health and even our general productivity. So missing out on life's most precious moments, neglecting health, and allowing work to shadow what truly matters are common consequences of overworking. And these aren't just isolated incidents, they reflect a widespread issue across nations, across companies, all over the corporate culture, and even in businesses, sports, or any winner takes all market, including a winner takes all market, and that work overshadows health, relationships, and personal well-being. The fear of failure becomes so overwhelming when our identity is tied to our careers. So it's not just about missing a deadline or losing your job permanently. It's about a fear about losing our own sense of self. So that fear drives us to overwork and constantly push ourselves to do more, and to achieve more, etc. But let's analyze at what cost does this come up. So we end up neglecting our relationships, our health, our general happiness, general well-being, etc. And we start to believe that our worth is actually being measured by our productivity and success based on the deadlines and those metrics that the workplace provides, and that leads to a vicious cycle of overwork and stress. So let's take, for instance, many of us may recognize that multitasking, that's the buzzword now. So multitasking and the never-ending to-do list and the inability to delegate, these are the metrics of success or productivity, etc. So I've talked about this in one of my book summary videos earlier, especially on the book summary of 4,000 weeks, where this is not the actual productivity metric. And these are classic signs of workaholism that keep us trapped in this vicious cycle. Here's the reality from my own observation of various people's careers, etc. So no matter how successful we are, this is the truth. Our careers won't last forever. There will come a time when the accolades and accomplishments that you did in your workplace will fade and the work will slow down. So this is a natural part of life, but it's something many of us, including me, fear deeply. So let's look at the solution for this. So instead of avoiding this reality, it's crucial to embrace by periodically reassessing our career and life goals. So consider engaging in this career reassessment example. So let's take an example right now. Pause the video and ask yourself, what will my life look like if I am no longer doing what I'm doing right now at my job or business or anything else? How can I diversify my identity beyond my current job's title, etc.? So pause the video and answer yourself. Take 2 minutes and look for answers. By regularly re-evaluating your path like this, you not only prepare yourself for potential changes but also open up yourself for new possibilities that may lead to growth and fulfillment. And this approach can encourage you to adapt, evolve, and become a more flexible human being rather than being blindsided by your inevitable changes and those deadlines and etc. All that inevitability in your professional life. If you're good at your job, you're branded as a success machine, and your worth is measured only due to that. But I want you to realize that your worth is not solely defined by your job title or the achievements that you do on your job, or you put it on your resume or put it on your LinkedIn profile, etc. So when we define ourselves only by our work, we lose a part of that which makes us human. So we become like robots chasing success for the sake of it, rather than the joy and fulfillment it brings to us. So then how do we reframe our identity? So this is a very important question that we need to answer. So we start by finding new sources of fulfillment, and that has to be beyond work. So this might be investing more time in hobbies, exploring spiritual practices, or simply spending time with loved ones, pets, etc. And then the key is to recognize that there's more to life than just the next promotion or the next big project that you are going to do. Let's now look at some practical strategies to reclaim your life from workaholism. So the first thing that we need to understand is to redefine, or rather define properly in your terms, what the term urgent means. So not everything is urgent or is a crisis at every given point in time. Simply start by re-evaluating what truly needs your attention and how immediate that attention needs to be given to that particular task. So use tools like the Eisenhower matrix to categorize tasks based on their importance and urgency. If you're not familiar with the Eisenhower matrix, comment below. I can make a video on that. This will help you prioritize effectively and reduce unnecessary stress. In the next step, or the second step that you can practically use, is to reinvent your to-do list. I am a very big fan of to-do lists, but you need to transform your to-do list into something which can map the item or the task and the priority attached to that item, rather than just a checklist, a linear checklist of all tasks to complete. So recognize that it is okay for the list to have unfinished items, and that not everything needs to be done perfectly to the T. The third thing is learn to say no and delegate. So practice saying no more often and delegate tasks whenever possible. You can interpret this as an exercise. Try it at your workplace, or try it with your career, etc., and try to experiment on how things get done. If you're really missing out opportunities, you will actually be surprised, I'm pretty sure. So remember, your time is valuable and not every task needs to be handled by you personally. So fix the clock. So this is the fourth one that I really like. Fix the clock. So if you tend to underestimate how long tasks will take, start timing yourself to get a realistic sense of how long things actually take. And this is a very big shout out to people who are watching who are perfectionists. So this will help you set more realistic deadlines and reduce the pressure you put on yourself, especially to those perfectionists who actually want to do everything perfectly to the T. They usually end up underestimating. So this is a very good tip for them. The next tip is about rumination. So workaholics usually ruminate about work. So what is rumination? They keep thinking about work over and over again in their heads, even though they're actively not engaged in doing that. So develop a state of mind that which detaches yourself from the work, and usually meditation and breathing exercises help you with this, and they can help you detach from work and reduce stress. So look up some meditation and stress releasing techniques. Let me know in the comment box. If you need me to do a video, I'll be happy to. The next step is to embrace rest and recovery. Rest is not just a waste of time, so it is essential for your well-being, and engage in activities that help you relax, usually physical exercise. And if you're not very fond of physical exercise, relaxation techniques like yoga or some other hobbies like gardening, where you can challenge yourself to be growing every day, and then you can fulfill that outside your work. The last but most important one is cultivate meaningful relationships. One of the most important things that you can do to yourself is to invest in real meaningful relationships. Now, this is not just a practical strategy to avoid workaholism. This is something which you should do by habit, just to become better human being. So not just, don't concentrate. When I say meaningful relationships, don't just concentrate on professional connections, right? Develop friendships and family ties that are based on mutual respect. And those are the type of relationships that bring true joy and fulfillment. Workaholism is a deeply ingrained habit that can be very, very hard to break, but it's definitely not impossible. So by recognizing the signs and by taking actionable steps that we have discussed just now, you can reclaim your life from the clutches of workaholism. Remember, I'm repeating myself and I can't repeat myself enough. Your value is not solely defined by your job or productivity. Your well-being, your relationships, your personal fulfillment are equally important, if not more so. So take that first step today. I'm challenging you. Take that first step today. Reevaluate your priorities, set boundaries, start living a life that's balanced, that's fulfilling to you. Remember, happiness is love and respect, full stop. So comment below on what you think about the video, and I would like to hear more from you on what you think about workaholism and what strategies and what experiences you have. As always, like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.